Ebusenche bia na eba to eja se enche okọ etema porter increment bizo na mo a eno so eba nyina no 11% increment. There's a way na port tariff na no na importers and exporters guta ene yedifon kabunku ahodo no echemu se we de yete de henie omo etiase e de emaban a enya de be yie esanse jokum tiasimpo oye saman na okoda ye samampom ba ne sei na ekoni sei sanse de ekoso yi no wo kiremu ese chese omuguso omo didwa ya amanfo kresu go winketekete na 11% esa eba beka ho de na chese ade be hadwen parity ya so yensa de afre eye empanimfo akese mienu ofie ha eno mba bedi eye enkomo ora KOD freight forwarders executive member openi ewufia so na openi Saki Awingobet ono so importers and exporters secretary so any openi we so almost say almost the breben na my crowd say 11% na ombegia to mum na ebampo so a how best so cry na ewo echi eja ocheda ko menwakwa ba
just me
boko de hu wache
na me adum boko na so
na djuma mo
me adum kakra
that's fine openi Awingobet o de minu sha enche video so to go ai
menkayo
na ba ha guta bi di komo
mene doctor be
that's right
okay menkai
boko de
mene yeah adum mene nana poko
nana right
mo hoje say
oni adum edom ti say
adum ma me mbom ba so pa say mo the whole of 24th that was Saturday night.
Yeah.
One winning so many awards.
That's right.
Na me jidi say afia beba no.
Yeah.
Omon hwe na UTV late news.
Okay.
And non paying for in our share we Ghana ha.
That's right.
Nah, because we are not and 7 o'clock we that traffic we know that's what juma. But 10 p.m. they na obia even include on my
pay. They say 10 p.m. they need na fra news ni na.
Oh, okay. I person almost segment only
and I do 10 mate.
I may also say and I'm going so bad.
That's right. That's it. Right. Yes, I come say ebusia. E ke odi. 11% what in that way?
You mean I said how can what's in that bay? I'm say fear me.
Okay.
12 o'clock news no. Me baso.
Okay.
Na ye nyina no bet make say baby no a news to us baby so nye news to us. Dey make us say enkomodi we ni start ye no enye na ache kakra. Ye a broad stakeholder engagement.
Okay.
You discusses port increment and I said tariff increment 10.9% now. Almost a year so between. Na sa time no hwa almost obia oba ho bia no ebugui.
Pacho eno ehini for the bow.
No all stakeholders. Buta, Shippers Authority, Gapoha, freight forwarders, import and export shipping lines.
Okay.
Obia owo twaka ewu edwadie mu eba ho bi. Shippers Authority boss, Director General Gapoha, obia wo bi.
Okay.
Yebogu ye. Na omo yesa sa de a, ombete technical committee. Na omakwa akotenase. Na omakodi anoba abaye. Na yahwe bia e de beto.
Okay.
Inti committee no so hia be mpe be ba ko mienu miensa. Ya nti hwe biem. Ene se ye de ti ya ne se omo na so se 10.9% no abanya ji ato. Na committee na kotenase no report do omo ye ewan.
Okay.
Die na committee ni kan ye. Die na omojitum
me mbie mu sei mo mu hia nyina no bie ni ho no ma
obie ni ho ye te ya ne obie ni ho te ase tie ya antiase se ya antiase keke na mom ya antiase because you resist certain pertinent issues that you see until those issues are addressed na die any omo nko no nsamra biem
okay
issues wa kan na say quality of service delay answer e wo port se wo yi oni ma
okay
you go through no e doso
okay
first yen start T3 na delay answer na shada no sa but say T3 mo ba yen se kanema ye ho hare yen e fase e bia wo container ye container as a buy no policy ni se ka container bia ye nyi wo terminal 3 contract no but ye oni maybe wo anyi bia ni bitimi terminal 3 because terminal 3 system no nye system a e bitimi divine complete divine na ye fa container ne nko ti ye se ni maybe ko godin jubilee ye consolidated cargo and non consolidated but and ye maybe a container bia cash shem ni ade process that me obefam and san what transfer will container free terminal 3 e dia ko golden jubilee akoyi oni ma no menua enya sem ketwa ewa eye too cumbersome And yes, almost streamline those processes. Now, two, MPS one kasa cry who to meet chokudo. And go for to meet me rains at 5 hours and maybe and one load. Wow, yes. And they know. It yes, almost improve
policy now by it.
Yes, almost improve services now. We improve services and I say, O Casa Obaso Obabe Tumua. When the delayance, a name of mad delayance and a banner sweat channel. O Casa will to tariff more. Already in the booth. But he doesn't go through delayance in Mimia. That's what I'm between one. That's our boy in his brain in his account. It's yeah, somebody raise here. Now, you says 10.9% when contract 9 PSI. ISN almost started by 2015. Some of us, you almost started pushing Gapoa. From 2015 to date, it's almost increasing tariff. Okay. It mean I don't blame Gapoa. When do you mean blame Gapoa? Because what maybe Gapoa here, you understand why they are also pushing for that.
It is not to blame Gapoa.
Say you sign a contract. Say
yeah.
What started before we start operation? Crowd. Tariff that and to 10.9%.
Okay. And what you say sign?
Ghana man sign.
Yeah.
Enti Gapoa nensase ono Gapoa ni tumi a obetimi ka saade no onye
okay
contract say Gapoa so 20% of the operations or hold containerized cargo no or 20%. Enti no dem so mo ko Dubai e ko trance and Gapoa for fight for 20%.
Okay.
And MPS for so e di 10.9% na dey aba. But me I don't want to believe say Gapoa use the 20% increment as a trade off. What you say? Because they are by law, no, they have to be given that 20%.
Okay.
And by law, no, so MPS and so have also the right to increase this tariff by 10%. But what we are saying is the timing and the issues around, no, you solve we ya, you intimate is at 10.9%.
And touch out quick one issue bay.
Issue, mame, some far a big free.
Yeah.
Committee report to you,
okay.
Committee nigga say. The committee requested that GSA to investigate the existence of similar charges within. Okay, and nobody was talking about PIDFB. One of the reports, committee demanded to know. No, there's another one here to justify the use of duties. Blah blah. The reason current duties and it's illogical for you to pay for potential and blah blah. Obu a lot. Okay. Because I'm a kind of one. But one of the main you say until services are improved.
Okay.
Sa increment na Mayamba.
Okay.
We want to make sure say the tariff increment must commensurate with the kind of service that they give.
Like value for money.
It's a value for money. That's what we are saying. What you say? I don't know and you say we are totally against Saudi, no. But in any case, Yate committee. It is a money committee. National committee. So why did you even set up the committee in the first place? A committee in Grofo took a free tema. Eba crab meeting. Ebi took a free akra. Eba meeting. Eba tema meeting. Na ya be yesi jinaye. Say ABC dinti entry so. Na mo two side ni nyina agu. Na wo share Dubai na wo buy one friend nipa na no mo kotra ase.
Committee ni tena ase we no. Omo no se no.
Committee report na making.
Omo de come hwan.
Tell the report to Graham Fan come obi and microphone and kasa hey yes
mo share we and report in ko ba
bia ni state make key stakeholders a trans here wo mo se o mada age kan asem no so wo de se asem o kan se nyasa asem nim kura wo de mo se mo sigina asem de beba mo frɛ wo unua ade ne ye kwadwen ho a ye pamchawo ebia ABC de mo mo ekwan ne ye de mo famra we de wo de betum putupuru sa say committee ni you can you man fan too. But you see here our nation building
yeah,
you need popular participation. Lagos State then to say you so what kind of history of Lagos State it took two senators Fashola and Tinubu umumienu womu enko kiti and as a cultivated this culture of popular participation and then you change Lagos ebe ye say odi bibi ba na odi to ni panim na se di abobo we be kan bi on tiase we be kan obetiase I don't know the obi we agree to disagree
exactly
and definitely we are looking at consensus building. We couldn't arrive at any consensus and upon what basis
just say the be shemu kon
and now this idea na beto one out committee because of what happened at that first meeting and that what called for that technical committee to be formed. No more transit.
Committee ni biem kakra me hwan na te committee no. Hwan na ma hon kwan se committee number.
Director DG.
Okay.
GPH was there.
Okay.
Chief Executive Officer, Shippers Authority.
Okay.
Good executives. Freight forwarders.
Okay.
Import and export. Out of a lot. No. And we a young formal committee. They picked the members from all various associations. Stakeholders. It was a broad-based a year. The Omokika and Kiagitum. And as a young into Grana Mekano. More from back. Now, when Trump is in here, you're home. But ABCD. And you know, if you say the baddest time, this is the right time. Now, the case okay. Yes, but it was to me for what? But our manager, yeti and say put to prove.
Remember when you are Asakiso? Now, any services, pa na mpesa mu improve and sample na tariff in beba and increment about it's my.
Your fan say time ura terminal 3.
Okay.
Time I say we load container. We load container ni I was say we di. So container be ko scanner. I was be di ansa na ko scan. Afa scan no. I was be say di. And Sunday, you about examination B after examination B, no. How many of this will your platform and Sunday P?
But okay, one before so better us, and say, my opinion, be DJ say because of port traffic, whatever. People less ne kweba na more the home be content them. Next, the my opinion be DJ no. And the yes, I see
people less than the abua. To be honest with you, okay. Terminal first no be any port processes. T3 starting ye
and I'm a problem number.
And I'm a problems number. And I be you be suggested say status quo na wo tamani operating terminal 2 any golden jubilee.
Okay.
It is only some of the terminal aspect and free operations in them.
Yeah.
But golden jubilee and TBT and MPS there mo into the previous way na near faso say containers e banners dey make golden jubilee. Shipping and increasing automatic CMR cargo movement request. Automatically you say container we say in the final destination jubilee and say e beba ma wo agent what you duty awie
okay
and sana wako send a request and as wako what the request akwa say person container e jubilee it should be created automatically and the container na buy no wo system no be say container we ne free station e golden jubilee generally what your duty compliance wako shipping na release you no shipping and allocate you container no golden jubilee
okay
enya fe na what you duty na wie no wako to shipping line and some wako to MPS utu MPS you be to golden jubilee and some wako golden jubilee a create sa CMR na ma
okay
CMR no create ma wa tema ho nyina no terminal 3 u create ade no golden jubilee no create a u faka if office ko wa 15 Ghana cedis
hey
u wi a enipo ba approve sa CMR na ma no ono terminal 3 u faka range there no so another 15 Ghana cedis what the signature say we what's faka ba golden jubilee what deposit and that is the point. And you know the guarantee cross container I don't know what deposit idea chair and beba kra mo and it's another issue. That is the point. And you know all these challenges mo platform na mo ye no a non intrusive platform which means that you intimi 100% on stuff and you can say you only maybe wo ho no mo a so what can handle MPS and then what choki for instance a CCV as a bar, a red, which means it's 100% on stuffing. That's a bit of engines, use spare parts engines.
Okay.
Obey a day anyway, engines a free container basic castle. No, we was an idea go. Some of us advise say, said you buy a whole room by them. And can you maybe just ask spare parts? Personal effect, household goods, yellow basano,
Kesakiseno.
And no cash on a bar, yano, young from golden jubilee.
Straight, okay.
Nanyema ye homogeneous properly arranged in a container ni scan ni green na de no MPS ye handle enti ye scan container ni bi na we declare you ni ehwe ni say nyenso nko no mo oyi wo ko container ye fan platform
okay.
Because the image there's a discrepancy in what you declared and what has been found according to the image ye fan ko na MPS we bi man na den aye fast
okay
ye kan almost o man tie chinchina nchina mo ye say adwuma ni na ho and you have only 60 examination points. It is a car 60 kujina honuma. Minimum car back when you examination platform where you between 2 to 3 hours.
Wow.
Yes, because the time to unstuff, time to examine, time to release. And the release is when say you come from the release. Say yeah joint examination now. I do want to say standard before we say they have to go and make their input. FDA also make their input. Omu we are son of officer no. Release. If that is what even they all agree, say they will declare no, we labeling, you know, BBI. Okay, answer. And you know, we share some process with you na. A che o kakra. Enti komo tisa enema me kika in spare parts no money refa no money ade no nanka omo no enema ti say the first no mo ye na e ka be ma hoduma na
na utete omo si die nti na omo kan bo mo so pese chinchina
the business contract na ye sign ye no
e na ko fa se we nyina ba
but on the ground it is a totally different thing. And then as a media sakede picture bito your platform so share traffic say bibi kitwa bi si MPS traffic ne all the way down to the main harbor gate.
Hey,
yes, but here's the issue. They are doing well. We are not saying they are doing well, but we are also saying you may be what they can also mutia.
Yeah,
say the layers and the format, and you can say you can tie the increment with the quality of service.
Okay,
that is wrong because this year I'm not here. Some years are more too adverts film. There must be a reason.
Yeah,
the reason you want to improve upon maybe your coverage.
Yeah, you
extend your coverage. Improve upon your services. That is why. In because of the increment, we shouldn't tie the increment to the quality of service. Then I don't know what I say.
No special Aramekonia Asaki Suraki any Kano of any Asaki Samuakaba. Importers, any exporters. Musumuti increment send them more.
You mean that's it. You tell for you now. The attendant say the debate in our media warning in our banner and say importers and exporters association we are very proactive institution. Yeah. Your buyer say you bought the proper interest of importers and exporters in the country, and not worshipping individuals. That is the bottom line.
Okay.
Now, you were on 2019 a few years, sometime September. Now. It is I say, Supposed Authority Friday or meeting with Gapua. They now you could do her there, MPS for team or Gapua team or
okay.
Supposed Authority team or say MPS say they have to give them tariff increment. Now for the past 2 years, or more incur inflation, petrol, sika, cost, they've named so many things. And so that was the meeting. And Senate killed the kai no. Yeah, nah. Yeah, my MPS for the TSSA. And ye since I started operations in July 2019. Now the attendant say, me to say Gapua force can say the war is against Gapua. No. In fact, we even want the government to let MPS understand say the authority lies with Ghana Port and Harbour Authority. Yes, every 2 years, Ghana Port and Harbour Authority review, negotiate with stakeholders like us, and review and increase their tariff for them. What do you say?
Yeah.
Now, nipa bakun timu sorry baba kasi more contract. Until me contract, you were supposed to give me increment in 2 years ago. Now, busy who said 2 years ago, na Joban or Yama Ghana for. Because the Americans say 2016. MPS started construction of the Terminal 3 in 2016. Did none of Menkai because
okay.
At that time President Mama was the president candidate and the city president he came to cut the short for construction of the Terminal 3.
Okay.
In his speech, I know that he will be happy that he's praying that next year by this time he will win election and come and come and commission the first Terminal 3 to see the expansion of the port.
Okay.
So that means in the contract, MPO was actually to start constructing in 2016 and deliver their first terminal in 2017. Masa, 2016, 2017, MPS, 2018, 2019, July, MPS start operation, first operations, July. Less than 2 months in operations. And almost sort of time almost fast, Babaka, Chigapop, say, you sign a contract for me. For that matter, you are supposed to increase for me. The business will say, John Ben, yeah. What work have you done? When did you deliver your first terminal? You have not even met your deadline. Quite apart from that, your business will say, Sikanokra send MPS for buy. MPS, but deceive Ghana for say they were bringing 1.5 billion. Commission President Mama. And
they deceive us.
Yeah, they deceive us because it's not 1.5 billion they brought to this country.
What is it about?
1.1.
Later, they came back to Ghana Port. You know, they went to collaboration. And so Ghana Port was supposed to have 30% and they have the rest. When they are me, I'm going to me back and say, Gapos, I'm going to first Canberra. And now they should give them certain things, equity. So they reduced Ghana Port Authority shares because they said they were bringing the money. At the end of the day, yet they say they were bringing 1.2 billion, 1.5 to 1.2 billion. Who share back
by contract in there 1.5.
Even in fact, if you listen to the day they signed the contract, Azumana was even talking about 1.7 billion, and he was happy to see it leave and see this expansion coming to the country. And I'm saying, even whether 1.5 billion, they did not bring 1.5 billion. Whether 1.2 billion, I am telling you, say they did not even bring 1.2 billion to this country.
Really?
I am telling you. Let the Bank of Ghana, let the Bank of Ghana put the statistics. How much so far they brought for first trimester? How much did they bring? How much did they invest to first trimester? Now, in July, when they started operation, you know what they did? They managed a private entity which Gapua give you the contract to say me baha me pedai rent any despite me die. After me buy landlord, I'll come to lord myself over despite.
That's right. Okay.
The attorney say in September, we buy no so pay increment. Yes, see here penny. Since we started operation, one in the original contract, MPS were not allowed to do reefer container. MPS in the original contract, and I'm challenging them tonight. So Omu can say the original contract they were supposed to do reefer containers. Omu from there near where they were supposed to do consolidated. Say name of cases containers, spare parts, and a car scene. They were supposed to do transit. When the Omu started operation. Omu team call behind Gapua ministries where like GRO, Omu call transport, Omu call finance, and Omu mamus fiat say all containers coming to MPS must pay duty before they leave. It took some of us, and I was so saddened that Gapua even issued a statement to say that we don't know, we don't work in, my outfit doesn't work in Gapua, and we don't know what pertains in Gapua. My outfit doesn't work in Gapua, but I read what happens in Gapua, and I protect the interests of Gapua because Gapua is for state. I am a Ghanaian.
Yeah.
The attorney said Gapua in the original contract with that Gapua signed with MPS, they were not supposed. MPS is not supposed to do reefer. Gapua spent money to construct reefer in 2015. Modern automated reefer yacht. Gapua spent money to build Golden Jubilee, President Ekufuor time, and that is where they do the consolidated goods there. The Gapua spent money to build transit yacht. That's where transit cargo was supposed to go. So it took some while to stand to say no. In fact, I think we even kept UTV.
But also, for a transport ministry and
other minister of finance, transport minister, GRO, and they issued a statement. They give a directive that no containers will leave MPA without paying. So we say what? So what will Gapua do? Then now say okay, we will give Gapua the transit cargo. Then they will come and take the consolidated, even the consolidated cargo. Gapua sweat. So we stood our ground. Even in an MPS stakeholders meeting, they were calling Gapua. They are what? They are stakeholders. And we said, what? How can you come to sit there and say Gapua your stakeholder? Even at that time, MPS were doing dangerous cargo. I stood in the meeting at MPS to say that so if the port you are doing dangerous cargo in the terminal here, if the port explodes and there's outbreak of fire, would government come to ask MPS or they will ask Ghana Port Authority? So Ghana Port Authority is an authority.
Yeah.
It's not a stakeholder.
Yeah.
So please, we want Gapua to sit there and address us, not MPS to address us. GPA were sweating profusely to get their containers out of MPS to their terminal for them to work. It took some of us to say we won't agree to that. As we speak, the river container, we are still fighting that. It was not in the original contract with MPS. And that was where you call your meeting in September.
Okay.
Now at that September meeting, we did not agree in consensus. And we say we must have fair meeting. Supposed to take a fair meeting with Accra, say Greater Accra Press Council meeting.
Okay.
Anyway, you call here. In fact, that meeting I travel, but my rep went, and they constituted a committee. Give Kahon, Guta Kahon, Acha Kahon, and another organization, Cuba Kahon, and we got transit. Report in here, and buyer. Let me read the counterless. They call it counter proposal number here. Almost one. Establish the cumulative percentage increase in GPG tariff since 2015. B. until there is evidence of improved service, there should be no tariff increase.
Okay.
GSA here means Ghana Surface Authority. Ghana Surface Authority should find out details of the contract between GPAG and MPS. Then D, analyze increments in the intervening period to determine the outstanding percentage from the 20% proposed in the contract. Isolate containerized cargo and apply the outstanding increases.
In South number 4, we want to
committee and the Surface Authority say Gapua would the document about 52 pages by go and sit, look at it and advise. It is say when their report was ready, the Surface Authority sent one single management person, that is Mr. Dati, Fred Dati. Of course, share committee to bring to collect. They will get back to them.
And one no.
And no, they say. I don't know the date, but that what provoked me.
I will find out my name.
What provoked me is that we are told, say, GBHA, MPS, SWAC, Ship Owners and Agents Association, and Surface Authority went into a meeting, and Surface Authority agreed that they should give the percentage to MPS.
Wow.
Without calling us back to a meeting, without informing us. No, but it wasn't announced in that meeting that Surface Authority Baba share say omojitum say yam 5% of my MPS for. There was a meeting outside the country. MPS boss says he want to have meeting with Gapua and that their shareholders want to meet them in Dubai.
Wow.
It was at Dubai. I'm told the transport minister went. I'm told say the board chairman of Ghana Port and Authority went. The director general went. His deputy went, and it was at that meeting that the chairman granted the interview that they have agreed in principle that they will give the 10.9% to MPS, and MPS will also give Gapua 20% job retention so they can take care of their workers. Of course, it is in the contract that MPS should have given the job to. So whoever signed that thing, that gentleman agreement at Dubai then is bogus. And we are saying, until there must be total participation, there must be proper consultative building to agree that we never agree. And indeed, if MPS came to a meeting proposing for a percentage, and we get that one day, and we give it to them, get that on the silver platter. Is that how it's in this country?
No, excellent. See, I'm going to be able to go. Man, TB, we are saying the phone could buy. I could meeting. I'm assessing about to you.
See, this announcement was. I'm not sure. Say, Surface Authority was part of the Dubai meeting.
Okay.
Because we saw it. Sorry, I must say 1 Monday morning.
Yeah.
Then I saw the publication. Was it on Daily Graphic?
Yeah, I think so.
Then. So I started asking. I called KOD. I called Gutta. And nobody was seemed to be giving us. But when did we agree? So okay. So what is the way forward? Let's test the water. I have to issue a statement.
Okay.
I issued a statement, and Gapua is not responding. I want Gapua to know that we are not after you. In fact, we want you to have your authority. Because look, before MPS, there were private terminals in this country.
Okay.
Yeah, what TCT waha, yeah, what ACS waha, yeah, what TBT waha. Even we fought, and they now send the dangerous cargo out of the port. I don't know. They were not prepared to send any container out. MPS want to have everything. They want to grab. They are in to grab, not for the.
Are you sure?
I'm telling you.
You see,
MPS want to sabotage Gapua. Container that they were supposed to give to Gapua. They are not giving to them.
But if they are sabotaging Gapua for someone Kasai, and someone
of course, if your minister agree and say we want government, this is the government decision. What can the Gapua boss do?
Okay.
But stakeholders like us, we know if your container sits in Gapua, it's a buy there. At least if they cannot do anything about tax for you, duties for you, their rent, Gapua being government, they can.
It's a 11% increment. But then they be more importers and exporters. Or how they quick one remember Minya Sunafi.
They be banner say. Finance Minister by Parliament about reading statement of the for 2020 budget.
Yeah.
There was 0% tax introduction. In fact, we were even looking at 2%, especially would have been abolished.
Yeah.
But yet, they didn't bring any costs.
Yeah.
How can the private man come and say, give me 10.9%, and you are giving to the person on the silver platter like that? When you know very well that, at least, Let us have meeting like 2, 3, 4 times. There will be consensus. In fact, we will not even have agreed for 10.9. Maybe you could say, okay, look at what they are trying to justify. Maybe let's give them 6%, let's give them this or that.
Okay.
But not on just one meeting. And I won that day. Let me put it on record. That very day, I think Kerry is here. He's a living with. They say a wo nipa unkura now on team cassette and your friend saying witness who cannot. It's a dead body person who cannot do a living witness. The point here is that on that very day meeting, I read the faces of the MPS boss, and I said it there that look, I am very much aware. Say meeting na you say you dissolve it. Yeah. May as well say free call. You people will go to government and you try to find your ways to get your percentage increase for you. But if you do that, if they go to the presidency, we'll meet them. If they go to the finance, we'll meet them. Anywhere they go, we will come back and meet them boot to boot. And that's exactly what they did. The Duchess, they went to Dubai and they went and accepted it.
Yeah.
And they have now introduced. And that's the boot for boot that we are talking about. We are not talking about boot for Chalwati. We are talking about boot for boot, proper boot for boot. We are saying say. The transport minister the board chairman the finance minister His Excellency the President of the Republic of Ghana, that the 2020 budget there's no tax. For one person to come and take 10.9% on the importers is already cost. The World Bank has come out with a report showing how there's a cost of doing business in our port. As we speak, MPS in the started operation. The charges that the MPS are collecting from business people, they have even introduced what we call transport charge. MPA has transport charge. They kind of handling the charges. Steve Jordan, since July, all the private Ghanaian companies who were doing Steve Jordan have lost their job. Some of them have laid off their workers. Wow. MPA has come to. So if the contract was a bad contract, can we say it's a bad contract?
But that's it.
You see,
yes.
Me chairman announcement no here with Dubai no.
Okay.
I don't know how Akoye Bibi say Gapo avoid use 20% into trade off so that they can give the MPS, but that's not how it is. In the contract, you say MPS for this right to introduce this 10.9%. Gapo Afonso are entitled to this 20%.
Yeah,
containerized.
But Bibi wo hon.
Bibi anyhow. I don't see it hasn't. I don't know how.
Some will say yes, sir, services no.
That is the point. Because we are not talking about whether Gapo are 20% and as I say, you can say before say this increment. Teething problems in the starting or is huge. I make us a job.
Okay.
MPS for charge partial on stuff. What's can you container? Na say container and say kind no. Ebia for instance, even say oh yeah iron rods on
okay.
Iron rods then maybe I'll be on stuff for habo. But what's can you ebia image abase bibi fufuro. You have got platforms in could be anything him. MPS system no omo design say once or risk management system say you change from yellow to red automatically whether you be a container you be 620 Ghana cedis.
Wow.
For container per container 40 feet. 620 you be a container ke say you can so him sanfa ko 620 sa charges we nyina ho gapo afo omonye gapo afo nim say illegal because on stuffing service. If you don't render a service you don't charge
mo time sabra from on stuffing
say container ba na you offload even say offloading
ya be container yi niam no
you say you cost scanning container you say any problem image ni clear nti you need niam ni container ni hwe adekodi e
wo mpoto ya
e na wo charge me
okay
but the container ni ko no say say iron rods o be dey iron rods
yeah
na ubi utwa sike na waje 620 last week last week will be about 50 containers. Will be 50 containers. Oscar Bia, you say please go for a check. 20 of his containers echo platform so a be any woman who pin multiply 620 times 20 containers. Since my building system in such a way that once it changes from yellow to red automatic. And I'm saying you're wrong. It is only Ghana happen and I am a terminal. And determine how customs should work.
Okay.
Terminal cannot decide how customs should work. What is here? Now, increment way. MPS start here.
Yeah.
I check. There was a time of few people be executive meeting. Asaki was there, and then the MPH executive was trying to justify the increment no dey bano or the toto yen craft freight forwarders. Yeah, Juma is sky edge. So the toto one. What is here? Yeah, agent for craft sky. I don't know how he got his data. What the clearing charges what they justify why we must allow him to increase his port tariff. And I was like, this guy, officer, and everybody was quiet. I just listened and said, this man, is he toying with us? Maybe a freight forwarder, we a terminal operator.
Yeah.
How do you compare maybe service and charge? That's the. I mean, you want to increase your charges. Yeah. Tell us why you want to increase it. But before me charges, me and me negotiate the charges. My charges and my service charges are published by Shippers Authority in Daily Graphic.
Yeah.
It's in me charge. It is always who increase your charges now for me agent. Sika meje. Say who crowd agent for the agents casting into visual. Asaki was there.
MPS for no.
I'm telling you, in a meeting, I was and the reason why a man, sir, someone can say, a refer, then say MPS for a handle, but after contract, per GRA policy directive, there's almost handle. You see, and Penifu Ayana a dim draw a cancer say 40% of containers are transfer free MPS and they call outside ICDs, they get missing. Masa, Ayira.
That's the reason.
I'm telling you, that was the main reason why there's any content. You see, so they portrayed and say it is actually happening. Meanwhile, it is not happening. How can you sit down and say 40% of the containers are transfer under escort, under proper documentation, under custom control? DJ or custom sector commander, national security. If all this were happening, where are they supposed? That is the point.
Yeah.
And TCT almost trucks and a farm containers. Golden Jubilee almost trucks and a farm containers. And how can you say that? And even with the new MPS system, every driver is registered in their system. Every truck into one driver.
Nowhere.
Into for container you can't even divert. But they succeeded in putting this thing. What we are saying is 10.9%. Like as I said, there are still teaching problems. You see, those illegal charges.
Okay.
As I can transport charges.
No,
I'm for respect to crime,
because when you motion,
they want a committee. It is always a committee and we here there.
Okay.
Then why do you in the first place from the committee? And what we are saying is illegal charges like buffer to start movement and only a transport na shape on a bar. Maybe a shape on the general. Untimin deliver container no home importer. As I the bar. Divining yard, that's a delivery yard. Into no any container any free ship yard or airback portal or geo charges. It is illegal.
It wasn't like that.
It wasn't like that. Gapo have one. So I don't see we do the same terminal. Didn't there somebody?
But
because you are stuffing. Yaka.
Okay.
Just I mean the power that is behind MPS.
There is another serious thing then. If the Minister of Finance and Transport Minister here on T properly, we are ready to educate them if they don't know the issues. They are telling us say Terminal 3 will start now. You know what they are doing? All containers are supposed to be scanned, including warehousing. Now warehouses containers can we are they say for call platform. Yeah intrusive examination just for MPS to collect rent. Because warehouse in the first place, you need not after scanning I say call warehouse because custom officer will your examination because you didn't do warehouse no we are be a container you name an officer no quite apart from that because they are charging what you are saying. Quite apart from that, yes, we are saying say they should suspend the program on the 2nd December. My entrance if there's any justification, then we do. But for this, we think that there's something fishy and we won't agree. And look, if the government refuses, it goes. What is going to happen is that there will be cost of goods increase in the market. And we will even allow. We have even said it that if they don't suspend it and let it come back to the round table to look at it properly, they will meet us on the 2nd December with demonstration at the port. And I'm sure the government wouldn't want to see the demonstration at the port.
Rasaki, Awingo
President, Yamugradon President, Greater Krato,
okay, very well. Number Shano, Mate, it's with the Ubeka say you caught to down Bubu and ye right. Busia we a 11% increment and I'll just a bar and a penny for just a radio bar a man on my see one time or my mo. How don't you wish Sako and Yakusha Sapon and Yadicaseno Eddie Ebram? Yami Aduma, Ever say Shebu, Heramina, I say.